So all our international students will have the online classes at home, so that our teachers will just like recording the classes or have some materials, and we will have the online group to share the class. Hopefully we can have you guys come to China soon, but I'm so sorry to say that in this short period that we only can have online classes, but as our school, we will arrange a lot of like online events for the students, for the international students, to let you guys know more about China and know more about Chengdu, and of course know more about our school. We will have monthly online activities from our students department, and they will have different type of the art practice styles to fulfill the online class, to make it more colorful.
And I want to add just a small detail. Thank you, Nancy. Because after this long, everybody's very hopeful, and let's be a little bit optimistic. I think chances are good that in October, some countries, maybe Indonesia, also has good chances. Nothing can be promised right now. We don't know any official news yet, but there might be a chance, there might be reason to be optimistic that in October, maybe some countries are allowed into China. Yeah.
So far, what I know from the Indonesian side is from May onwards, the people who has already got the jab or the vaccine will be able to come to China. Yeah, because I think the office, for the consulate is opened soon.
Yes. And then the next step would be for China to allow officially students. So if already some people can come to China, that doesn't mean that students can come yet. But like I said, there is reason to be optimistic. Let's wait and hope.
Okay, so the university says there will be online classes. As far as now the conditions is concerned, they will be conducting online classes, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now today we are going to talk about the audition process and how is the online classes maybe different from offline. Maybe there will be a lot more question by the end of presentation. So I think because the time is now at 7 p.m. and now we have a lot of quite a crowd in this room, I think we can start with the presentation of introducing the university.
Okay.
You can start anytime.
We can start. So you guys can see my PowerPoint now, right? Okay, Zoe, you can start.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yes, but a little bit noisy.
Yes, I'm sorry because I'm on the video now. So anyway, I'll start this introduction of our college. So first of all, I'll give you a little bit information about Chengdu. So Chengdu is a capital city of Sichuan province, and it's a vice provincial city and a national center city in China. So it has now more than 20 million population. So it's very big city and also big province. And you might know that this is a hometown of Panda, right? Can we move to the next slide? Nancy, can you turn to the next slide?
Yes, okay.
Okay. So here's some college interview. So we are a comprehensive art college, which means we have most fields of art, for example, design, music, and animation. So today we'll mainly focus on music, right? And can we move to the next slide? So here's our scholarship that our college provide to our students. So we got the support from the Chengdu municipal government that we have. I'm sorry, I'm at a restaurant for business dinner, so
Mhm.
I'm,
Sorry, I think it's a bit noisy from the
Yeah,
background.
exactly.
Oh.
probably can Nancy speak for me?
你
Yeah.
干脆直接把耳机取了吧，你直接说我看着你的翻译。
他有 live。
你说Nancy你说吧。
你把那个耳机直接取下来，你直接说我听你说的，我翻译。
算了，你说吧，你说，我直接那啥了。
嗯。
Hi, Wilson.
Hi, Alessandra. good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Anyway, Alessandra is our professor for the musicologist and compositions as well. Composers.
So who's there now? I only see you and Zoe.
Is Patrick here?
I am also here.
Well, I cannot see you. Yeah.
And also there we have almost 50 guests here.
Oh, hello everybody. Hello, Patrick.
Yeah.
Hello. Nancy, can you continue a little bit?
Okay, so maybe with sorry, I'm not really professional in this part, but I will try my best to introduce the scholarship part in school. Actually, now we can continue about what Roy said. Is that for our school, we have three type of scholarship, and here is like the Chengdu Asian Arts Scholarship for both bachelor students and also master students. And for the bachelor students, it's like amount 30,000 RMB yuan.
Nancy? Hello, Nancy? Nancy, are you still here? Technical problems?
Nancy, is
Yes,
it okay?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yes.
Hello?
You're back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Probably my laptop have some problem. So I can continue to introduce the scholarship. And for the scholarship is most students, Asian students we will choose is about the Chengdu Asian Arts Scholarship, which is the best one for our Asian students. And it's for bachelor students and master students both. For the bachelor students, it's like 30,000 yuan per year, and it's including the tuition fee, the dormitory, and also the insurance. And besides this one, the students will get like 1,600 yuan per month each year for 10 months. And this is for the living cost. Like when you come, so you can got this money like monthly every year for 10 months for like the living expense. And also for master students, the total is a little bit higher than the bachelor, including the tuition fee, the insurance, and also the accommodation things. And you will have 1,800 yuan per month, just like for the scholarship. And in our school, we have like until now we have like 2,451 Chinese students and international students around 369. And besides the things, we have like more bachelor students than master students. like master students, we will have only 408 students, but we have 2,000 bachelor students in our school, both Chinese students and master students. And you can see we have 28 different kind of nationality of our international students. The highest one will be Thailand, and then Laos and Malaysia, and also our Indonesia students is not the top 10, but we're hoping we have more Indonesia students here. And here, our school have a lot of famous professors in China, both in arts, in music, and in dance, and also in virgin area. These are the superstars in China. That were like professional ones. And here is our foreign experts, and you guys can see Patrick, Wilson, and also our Alexandras are in the pictures. These are the foreign experts from 3 departments, both like fine arts and vision department, and also our music and dance department.
Anyway, Nancy, you meet is here. Hi, you meet.
You meet here? Sorry, I cannot see the name list. Sorry.
Okay.
Hi, you meet. Where are you? We can't see you.
Just for the better connection, I just close the camera. Sorry. Later, after the presentation, I will open it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like this is the structure of our CCAA. Our CCAA full name is like the College of Chinese and Asian Arts. So this is the structure of our school. First, we'll have the college office, and then the 3 department, like School of Fine Arts and Design, and School of Film and Animation, and our School of Music and Dance, and also the international department. So all the students are in charge of the they will take care of us about the visa, like by the insurance, and if we have any problems, we can find the international department and they will help us. And for the international department, I will first just like introduce the details of facilities of our international department. First, we will have a small library, which will have books, and also students can do homeworks and can study over there. And we have the Chinese classrooms, because you guys come to China to study, so you will learn Chinese, and we have a group of Chinese teachers. They are warming and easygoing. They're waiting to help you guys to getting used to the Chinese life. And also, you can see here is our Chinese classroom and the international department office. And here is about the students' apartment. For bachelor students, we usually have 4 students in 1 dormitory. And for master students, we usually have 2 students in 1 dormitory. And in dormitories, we have like the wash machines, and also we have like the small living rooms, and also the kitchens. So students can cook themselves in school. And also we have the canteens. In the canteen, we have actually 7 canteens in the campus. So if you do not want to cook, you can find different types of Chinese food in our canteens. I think you will like it. And for the students' activities, our school, our international department, like to arrange the students' activities for the students like monthly. So every Chinese traditional holidays, we will arrange the cultural practice, like cultural trying activities for the international students, and also the like different departments, they will have their own activities for students too. And here is like the Chinese cultural experience. In China, we will arrange the students to like try the Chinese local feature lives. So you can see the pictures, like we arrange the students to eat hot pot, and we also will have some international cultural experience, just like different people from different country and share their feature cultures to others, just like the like the mixed activities. And about the events, international, is like we arrange the students to join different type of conference meetings or the conference competitions, and also some international conference. This is the like all the international teachers and the students, we will have like the monthly communicate with some other schools and with all some experts from some overseas. And here is like some students activity. We have our professors and the students, they will have like the students concert and the master class, different type of the activities. And here is like the Asian and the Chinese university students, they will have the New Year parties here. Okay, so I will introduce the new campus for us. And the good news is like in the autumn term, we will move to our new campus, which will be a giant, huge new campus for us. It's like everything's like brand new, because said that Chengdu will have the University 8 this summer, but we just have the news that because of the virus, and we will just postpone the University 8 to next year. But so we will move to the new campus on September. Here is the picture of our new campus, and our new campus is like around how can I calculate it, like 175,000 square meters. So it's like huge new campus for us, only for the CCAA.
It's 1.7 hectare maybe, or 17 hectares probably.
Yes. Okay, this is the real picture of the
Wow.
new campus. Yeah, you can see it's like the giant music hall. And
That's
also
beautiful.
we will have a whole building for our practice rooms and like the events. Yeah, you can see the red one is our new library, and it will be our new main gate for the school. And you can see the top, the right one is like the new concert hall for
The
our
Philharmonic Hall.
new
That's the
campus.
Philharmonic Hall, the big one.
Yeah. Okay, so from now I'm gonna just like do a brief introduction about the School of Music and Dance. You can see like for our school, we will have the performance majors. So and for the performance majors, it's attached importance to the students' activities and like practice. So regularly we will arrange the students to have class in these kind of classrooms, and also we will invite the professors all over the sea to have lectures, have master class, and arrange students to join the different kind of lectures and concert performance. Also, we will encourage students to join the different type of competitions, both within China and overseas. And our school will have the like the will help the students to pay the registration fee if they need it, and just like encourage the students to show themselves. And also we support the students to hold the students concert weekly in school in our music halls. because we both have big music halls and a smaller one, in the whole school, we can see we have like over 100 practice rooms and more than 10 dancing rooms for our new campus. So like also for the music of the School of Music and Dance programs, we will have both master programs and bachelor programs. And for the master, we'll have two majors, like instruments performance majors and also the vocal majors. And for the bachelor, we have three majors. First is like the music performance for the instruments performance, and the second is like also the vocal performance, and the third one is the dance performance, but the dance is for the Chinese dance. If you guys have any interesting things, you can ask me about the detailed programs. And so thank you for listening, and I will just give the host to Patrick, and he will just like introduce how to apply the scholarship and how you.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for introducing about CCAA. So as she said before, Mr. Patrick is going to talk about the music department, and maybe you can talk more about the audition process during this pandemic, as we chatted a little bit before the beginning of the presentation, and what to expect and what's the standard of the scholarship, because I'm sure everyone who comes to this room, they were interested in the scholarship part. They wanted to know how to audition, what levels, and so please, Patrick.
Okay, so we have scholarships available for the all three art schools. In total, there are 200 scholarships available, but because School of Music, which we are focusing, of course, has only a portion of this, usually 1/3 of these 200 scholarships around, maybe less, maybe a little bit more. So expect to have 50 scholarships. That's for worldwide applications. Of course, we're focusing on ASEAN countries, students from ASEAN countries and Belt and Road Initiative, which is countries like Russia, Ukraine, all the countries along the Belt and Road. But for ASEAN countries, we have a focus. So people from ASEAN countries could have a slight advantage over other countries. So I encourage you, of course, to apply and try. It could be, of course, we are expanding very fastly, that the standard is quite professional. But that shouldn't discourage you from applying. I want also to share my screen maybe for a second, if that's possible. So I want to show you how to apply. Is this working? Hold on a second. Share screen. Okay. So we have Get Accepted as our major platform for applications. I want to mention that you could also directly apply on CCA platform, because anybody who applies needs to send all your materials into the Chinese system. That's a requirement from the ministry. And so if you have the options, so to say, to also apply on Get Accepted, and that would give you the option to participate also in our competition. Just a quick word about the competition. So we have the Best Audition Award this year, which means every instrument of our 5 instruments, that is piano, violin, cello, viola, and voice, every instrument can win this Best Audition Award. And the award will look like this. You will play a solo recital in our new Philharmonic Hall. So it's a huge opportunity to present you in China when you arrive and when you receive the award. And in order to be considered for this award, you need to sign up through Get Accepted. So maybe I just quickly guide you through. It's actually quite self-explanatory how to sign up. All the information you put in here. If you can see me, if you can see my screen. You upload your videos here into the uploads, all your data, and the system will only work if you complete everything. So before you don't complete, you cannot send your application. And also you can start your application and come back later at a later date, at the next day or a few days later. It doesn't matter. You can take your time with the application. And yes, videos. Please be careful with the video audition requirements. It's also here in the application guidelines. There is for each instrument we tell you what exactly to play. For example, here, if you can see this, that's for piano, and also the video requirements, how to record each piece separately, and so on. Everything is written here. Yeah, so that's our application procedure. Maybe I give the microphone now to Wilson. Is there anything maybe that I forgot to say? And we can also do some question and answers.
Yeah, I think that is quite clear from what Patrick has mentioned. From via the Get Accepted, if you want to consider for the Best Audition Award, which is actually a very good opportunity for you to be introduced to the Chinese, Chinese music scene, for sure. But I think you have to be very careful about the audition requirement, which is that is the most important thing. And then the registration is already open now. That's the most important. It's already open now until June. Is it right? June, Nancy or Patrick?
Yes, officially the deadline is June 1st.
June
There
1st.
could be an extension of this deadline, but better to make sure. If you have the chance, then of course apply before. And also, by the way, I want to mention that the application process works like this. You send your videos, you finish your application, for example, here in Get Accepted, and then weekly the faculty, the jury, the screening jury, will meet and assess qualification requirements, and if your application is qualified. So we will give points, and if you have high points, you will be immediately get admission information, admission notice. If your points are not high enough, you will still have a chance, but it will take time first and to see how many spots are available. And then you will still until June get information. But for those students who immediately fulfill the higher standard, will get admissions notice after 10 days around.
Okay.
So almost immediately.
Okay. Yeah, maybe Christine, maybe it's time for question and answers, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe we can start with like how the academic calendar is, when does it start, when it ends, and how many times you have the audition. Let's say they didn't pass the first one, maybe they can try again next semester. Perhaps you can talk more about that. How many
Yes, auditioning is only possible once a year because the whole procedure to come to China, of course, that's a logistic effort. You need to prepare lots of documents, and the office will prepare your visa and everything in the invitation letter. So this is once a year, and the application window, the time window is always the first half of the year, from January to June. So yeah.
Maybe what Christine perceive, maybe I can help to answer as well. It's like the academic year start in September usually, and then September,
Yeah.
and then we don't have like Christmas break because usually the Christmas break is the examination time. Yeah, because in China, okay. So, but usually we have our long break during January, like during the Chinese New Year time, we have like 1 month or 5 to 6 weeks break, something like that, and then we will continue again in the beginning of March or at the end of February, and then we continue for 16 weeks, something like that, until we have the big semester in the end of June, and then we have a big holiday from July until August, July until the well, maybe mid September, I would say, for the summer break. That is how the rough academic year will concise.
Yes. So you can count kind of 4 months of intensive studying for each semester, and kind of like 2 month break on average. Of course, in the winter it's like 6 weeks, and in the summer maybe it's 7 weeks of break, something like this.
Okay, so the audition process is for admission in the September. So you have around 3 months from when you get
Yes.
the result until to prepare everything.
To
This
prepare
is
the
not for
material.
next
Yes,
year.
it's
I just
around
want to
3
make sure.
months. It should be enough time. If there is a slight delay due to whatever circumstances, then that should be also doable. Then you would arrive 1 or 2 weeks later. That's not a big deal. But usually orientation week is around September. In this year, I think Nancy just told me
This year is like
end of
is like
September, I
middle
think,
of
right?
September.
Middle of September, yeah.
Yes. I want to just like clarify a little bit. In actually about the academic year calendar is like for each semester we will have 16 week for study, and usually we will have 1 week for exams. So it's like every semester is like 17 weeks, but sometimes we will have like in China there's some national holidays. So for example, in the like first of the November, first of the October, we will have 1 week for break, like the national holidays. So probably the week will be a little bit, I mean, the academic week will be a little bit longer, like 16 weeks, but we will have like 1 week off, something like this. And also the winter break, yes, we can say winter break is like changed every year according to the Chinese New Year, that I like spring festival. So that's why, for example, this semester, like next semester, our academic calendar a little bit late. It's like we start in the middle of September because this year the spring festival is a little bit late than the January years. So that's why we will have everything start on middle of September. But like this year is like the special situation for the virus. Probably if the students cannot come, I mean the policy do not open and students cannot come to China, probably the deadline will be moved like to middle of July. It's also okay. But the thing is like if like the regular year as there's nothing and students can come. Usually students need 1 month to receive the materials and get the visa. So that's why we usually give the deadline to the June, so that the students can have enough time to book in the tickets and also to go through the visa and the documents process. And also maybe some students will say if when you apply to our school, we required the diploma, diploma about the previous study. And when they applied, they do not have the diploma. It's okay. We will just like send you the pre-admission letter if you pass everything. And when you got the diploma, just send the documents as soon as possible. We can just like make everything catch up after the deadline is also okay.
Okay, maybe we have a bit of question here. You mentioned that the scholarship of the living expenses was provided for 10 months. So that means during the break,
per year,
the student has to leave the campus, go home, or find somewhere else to stay?
No, students can leave during the summer break and also the winter break. The living experience, just like the money will give to the students, like only give them like 10 months per year. Just like during the break, like there's 2 months break, they will not get in the living cost, but they can still live in the campus. The dorm is covered by scholarship already. Yes, but also for the scholarship, I want to speak first. When the students come to China, if they come to China, they have to bring some money actually, because for the first semester, first semester of every academic year, the government need to audit the students, like their final result for the whole semester or something. So they will get the like 5 months scholarship together by the end of the semester. So they have to bring some money to support their living expense in the first semester. So, and then they will get like 5 months together in probably end of December or January. And then the spring term, they will get the living expense by monthly, just like this.
All right, thank you. And does the college has any exchange program, let's say with other countries or other universities during the study master or bachelor program?
For the bachelor, we have like 4-year program, and for master, we have 2-year. And now we are still just like exploring some exchange program with some other school during our bachelor, just like if they finish the bachelor here, and probably we can have some cooperate with some other school and they can go to some other school to do the master. But until now, it's still like we are doing the cooperating with some other school, but haven't fixed yet. But for master, like it's only 2 years, and until now we do not have those kind of program. But we are talking about some PhD programs with some other schools, but now it's still in the just at the beginning parts.
All right. Maybe you can introduce us a little bit about Chengdu. Besides the activities that students can enjoy performances in the school, does Chengdu city itself has philharmonic, that's something that they could watch every, maybe opera house or a symphony, like a philharmonic that they can attend some concerts out of the school?
Yes, we will arrange the students like together to go to the city hall, the Chengdu City Hall, to watch the competitions and maybe watch some they will have some performance there, and we will arrange students to be there. And also we arrange the students to go to some museums, and also like the panda base. If there's no virus, we will arrange the students to go out to different, for example, we have the Phoenix campus. They will go there to have some art practice things. But the art practice not only the students to do some concerts, they will also go to some like the competition, to see some competitions and to see some performance. yeah, those things.
And if I can add here, what would be maybe interesting also for students to know, Chengdu is definitely a very up and coming city. We have several concert halls these months being finished. I think in total now maybe the city has 8 or something really nice concert halls and performance centers. And of course, there are hundreds of smaller halls also, but bigger performance spaces, which means also international artists are coming more and more to perform here. So there is a lot of things definitely going on for students to watch, especially now when countries open again and foreigners can also musicians, foreign artists can visit again. I think there will be some kind of rebound effect. It will be even more cultural activity than before. So of course now during the pandemic there is kind of a little bit everything on ice, but we're just waiting for everything to open again. And we have 4 symphony orchestras in the whole city, I think now. 2 quite very good orchestras. They playing their subscription concerts monthly and in very nice in their own concert halls also. We of course we have our CCA now top concert hall, and I'm sure there will be also lots of action here in the classical music scene.
All right, great. That's what we need to hear. Can you clarify a little bit about the programs available? Is it just performance major, or is there pedagogy or music education, or what else? Music
So
history,
our curriculum,
theory? Mhm.
yes, our curriculum, we built, trying to build it in international standard. So we have lots of interesting subjects like piano pedagogy, of course. For each instrument, we have pedagogy. We have fantastic teachers also for our professional classes. We have, of course, we have Dr. Alessandra Salvati for our composition. Hopefully, composition soon. Right now, she is doing music theory, and we have our Professor Irina Gorin, who is a top expert in the field of piano pedagogy, and many others, many other subjects also, of course.
Maybe you can clarify about a major. Is it composition major, music scoring,
Majors,
musicology?
majors right now there is only the instruments that I said before, which is piano, violin, cello, voice in all different ranges. And what did I forget?
Yeah, if I can say something, actually, we had some requests for composition courses already. I had students contacting me to ask about composition courses. So I think we will have classes and soon if the
Very
course
soon, yes.
open. And we are also working very hard on the preparation of thesis all together for with the research method course to create a good standard in writing and preparing the thesis in the best possible professional way. So we also have that. We will accompany the students in the entire process all together to prepare, choose the topic, and assist them in the writing process and the formal requirements and everything like that. So we are doing that together also.
So the major that requires strong skills and performance. I just want to make sure, is that right?
Yes, yes. And
So it's performance major.
it would be also quite important to be proficient in English.
Yeah.
So this, of course, if you have a certificate of a standardized language test result, that will help a lot for your application, for your chances. If you don't have it, there is still a chance, of course, that you receive the scholarship, but it will just strongly improve your chances if you have a certificate in TOEFL or something.
Yeah, just want to clarify because some people, some students actually ask me, do they require a Mandarin proficiency? Which I think, well, if you have HSK before, you can submit before you apply actually, and you don't need to undergo this Mandarin course anymore. You can solely focus on the musical side. But
Nancy?
yeah, I think Nancy is here to clarify maybe. But
Yes.
most of
I
our
want
class
to
is in
say
English.
yes, about the master class, it's all in English, but in like bachelor class, it's like in dual languages, because in the about the government policy, if the students come to China to do the education for the bachelor students, they have to pass the HSK 5. Just like in the last year, I mean the first year, when they writing about the thesis, they have to write in Chinese. I mean the bachelor students, but for master students, they can do their of course they can do their thesis in English, and they only need to pass the HSK 3. And I think I saw some students for our school now, like they are just pass the HSK 3 in high scores. So, actually the HSK 3 is like just like the basic level for the Chinese. And also when you come to China, we will have the Chinese teachers to have those kind of classes for you. So you do not need to be very worried about the language. They will teach you from that's just like when you first come, you will have the exams to let you know your level, and based on your levels, they will have like the classes for you to pass those kind of class.
And one important detail maybe to add, because we probably have many students here that want to apply for bachelor, I think. So as a bachelor student, you need to know that the first year will be quite intense for Chinese language. You have to kind of survive the first year. It will be a little bit tough, but
That's the right word.
but it's worth it. And I mean, Chinese is a very important language. And then you're in the second year, you're already I speak with my bachelor students, they say they can now focus on other things also. That said, of course, in the first year still you will have your musical major one-on-one class. So that's the only thing besides Chinese that costs you time and that you will study. But there are no other classes in the first year for the bachelor's.
We have one more. It's like the basic theory.
Yes,
basic theory class and the solving.
But that's not a lot. So basically,
like
you're focusing strongly on the language and on your musical major. Not many other things. Like for example, master students, they will focus on thesis already, something like this. So, but as a bachelor, in the first year, your life is quite simple. A lot of Chinese and a lot of instrumental major. Yeah.
All right, so I'll invite Wilson. Maybe you want to talk a little bit, introduce your colleagues. I see many of them are here in the room. Then we can start with our Q&A session.
Maybe just for a quick one. Yeah. So we have Patrick here. Patrick is our dear colleague and also the piano faculty. So he is also kind of like a coordinator for us, the international faculty here in CCAA. So we are truly grateful for him to arrange everything to us, like Alessandra, Umit, me, and everyone else. Yes, so Patrick is here, and then we have our dear Alessandra, Dr. Alessandra Salvati, who is our dearly musicologist, a very great composer and friend. So she is also in charge about like the music theory on about the thesis requirement, because we do really have a very strong thesis standard as some of the students will know, it's like very very strict in a way, right? Maybe yeah. So maybe Alexandra, later you can elaborate more on this kind of things. So we want to do a very professional way, and then we have Umit. I don't know whether Umit is here. Umit,
Yes,
hello.
he's here.
He's here, yeah,
Yeah, I can
but
see him.
cannot see his. Yeah, maybe you have to turn on your sound first. I can see your videos. So
Okay.
Umit is girl here. Yeah, is our cello professor. He's from Turkey. Very good cellist and friend of mine as well. And we have also like many other faculty like Tim Melnick, the violinist and the violist professor. We have also Pavel Reikerus and Professor Ina Gorin that Patrick has already mentioned before. So in total, we have around 10 probably international faculties until now. Yeah, maybe Alessandra, you would like to add more about this?
Well, we're doing our best to set a standard that is, uh, very good for international universities in the world. So we want to have a university where our students can compete, can work, can perform at the highest level everywhere in the world. So we're really trying to help our students to set these kind of standards. Personally, yes, I'm a composer. That's my first job actually, and I'm in charge of theory courses, so solfege, harmony. But I also taught, and I'm currently teaching a music history course. I've been in charge of research method course, which is a course that helps you to understand how to prepare your thesis, both the content and the form, the editing issues, all ethical issues such as plagiarism and all these things. So we are also doing that. I also taught an advanced theory course on contemporary music techniques. There was a wonderful course that I had in presence in Chengdu when I first arrived in 2019, like my first semester there. So, of course, we are ready to help students who are a little behind. So we're all here to help. But we're really trying to set a high standard for our university to project the university in the world as a top university. So we're trying to do that. This is the beginning, but we're working very hard in this direction.
Maybe before we go to the Q&A, maybe Nancy or Patrick, can you share again, because there are many people who are coming late, like the new building facilities, maybe that will really give us such impression of how serious we are in this project of this new schools.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
I can I try? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
So I will just do like this and can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So Nancy, maybe you have also more photos. So this is our new campus. That's our heart piece in this hall. The best student, the best audition award winners will perform their recital, and that's the entrance to this. It just receives the finishing touch. Everything is really brand new. That's the performance center, and our library. That's the library of Chengdu University, which we use right now also. And maybe Nancy, you have more pictures.
I do not have pictures, but I have one like 15 minute, like 10 seconds pictures, videos I can share. I only have these videos. I hope I can. Okay, probably I can share the like the overall view about the new campus. Okay, maybe you can see it. Like it's the
Oh,
you can see at the first this building is like the students' dormitory. And the last one is our music and dance building. Yes, I only have these small videos.
Okay.
Actually, we saw the pictures in your previous slides. There were some beautiful pictures of the auditorium and other facilities. We already saw
Beautiful.
them.
Yeah, beautiful
Yeah.
campus.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very, very attractive, especially for international students who had never been to China. It's very
Yeah.
modern city. So we are now at the time of Q&A. So I ask some of you who are here, if you have any question about admission process or anything to ask about the program, please, you can chat in the box or you can just turn on the video and talk to us. Is there any? Hi. Anybody wants to ask about anything and perhaps talk about like audition process and how's the online classes going on during this pandemic, or any concern about traveling to China and how the visa is being issued and things like that? Maybe you're concerned about, are you still going to be able to access your Google or, you know, Instagram? Maybe it's different. You can ask any question. Okay, so now we have the first question here. Is there any age limit for the scholarship?
Actually, there's no age limits, but the thing is that if you come here, you maybe sometime about the exam date, they were so stressful, and if you can bear it, it's okay. Yeah.
Age limit, I think what she means is it like someone who's really young, maybe 11,
No,
12 years
no,
old?
there's no, just like when you like apply to our, for example, if you apply for the bachelor, you have the pre education diploma, it's okay. We do not limit the age really, actually.
Okay. So that's the answer for you, Meiji Wadi. And so there's another question. Okay, there's a question about the master program.
Yes.
What is the acceptance standard? Can they accept master program students without, for those students who have not completed bachelor, so they directly want to go to master?
So if they do not have the diploma for bachelor, it will be a little bit complicated, because when we apply for the scholarship, we need those kind of documents actually.
Maybe what they meant is like maybe they in bachelor they're doing something else, not music, and then they
That's okay.
change their mind and
That's
they
okay.
want.
That will be fine. But they, when they just sent us the videos, we will have like the group of audition groups. If they think their performance is good enough, it's okay. But they have at least
maybe
those
to
have
answer this
the
question, in
yes.
theory, this is possible. In theory, of course, this is possible if you come from another major. You have another major bachelor finished, and then you want to study here with us a music major. That's possible that it's a different major, but it will be, of course, also more difficult because maybe you're lacking some knowledge or skills, and your audition, of course, will be screened with the same standard that we screen other auditions. So it's always worth a try, but yeah, can be difficult.
To add on something from this participant. So she is asking, can we accept LTCL like Trinity Diploma without the bachelor? So the answer is actually no. So if you have the bachelor, for example, from other major, for example, like if you're doing business, something like, or bachelor in something other thing, but you want to do masters, you can do it, but with only LTCL or LRSM, something like that, because that is not officially official diploma from the university, so that cannot be accepted as a prerequisite for the master's audition. Hope that's clarifying.
You need to have a bachelor program degree before you apply to master program.
Yes, yes.
This
Yeah.
other question.
That's a requirement from the Chinese ministry. So they will be very rigorous about looking at your diploma. If you don't have a bachelor, you cannot study master. And if you don't have a bachelor, if you are only high school, then you can only study bachelor.
So in order for you to get into bachelor, you need to have a high school diploma. You cannot go directly to bachelor if you just finished primary school and you think want to major.
Yes, yes.
It's not possible. Okay, so there's question here about the repertoire for master program, because just now earlier Patrick shared about the standard repertoire that's for bachelor. Is that the same for master program?
For the audition, yes. For the audition, it's the same.
It's the same for both bachelor.
Different level, yeah.
Different level. Okay, how many repertoires? I think there were 4, right? An etude.
Well, for piano, it's 4 pieces, but you can just make this. I need to quickly, if I may, share my screen for a second, one more time.
Just violin for 4 pieces, and cello for 3, and piano for 4 pieces, and for vocal, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pieces.
Yeah, hold on a second. I will just show you quickly how to do this, because I also want to show you. This is the landing page. This is Chengdu Art College. Get accepted Chengdu Art. So the link you can see on Facebook and everywhere. And then here you select the school, music and dance, degree program. You select bachelor or master, and then when you select the different instruments, what we have available, for example, let's say violin, then you will see here the requirements.
Okay. Is there a duration, minimum duration, maximum time?
No, we have, that's a free duration.
Okay, another question.
Yes. But you should consider a little bit, the applicants should consider a little bit what they upload. So that's why we say performance quality, presentation, all this will be considered. So of course, be a little bit aware of what you're uploading, and not to upload a 70 minutes video of some sight reading or something. But yeah, it should make sense, and it should be worthy an international audition.
Okay, there's a question from the participants here. If they get accepted,
Trinity Diploma without the bachelor, so the answer is actually no. So if you have the bachelor, for example, other major, for example, like if you're doing business, something like, or bachelor in something other thing, but you want to do masters, you can do it, but with only LTCL or LRSM, something like that, because that is not officially
I think Wilson
diploma.
There's some tape playing.
Is that from, yeah.
Okay,
that was before a question.
Okay,
now it's okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, you can continue your questions.
Okay, the next question. So if the students get accepted this year, can they go to China if they got vaccinated? This is the question that we already talked about in the beginning. Maybe you can.
Yes, actually now for the policy in China, they only open for the work visa, and like for some foreigners who has families in China, they can come. with the vaccine. But for students, there's no updates. We have to wait until there's new updates for the policy that we can announce that if the students can come or not. But until now, there's no updates for students for coming.
So for now, there will be no visa because nothing can be confirmed. So even if you get accepted, don't need to worry about visa first until China opens the door, then you worry about visa. I think that would also answer the next question, because that's the next question is about how to take care about the visa, student visa and stuff like that. So
yes, so we are waiting for the government to open the boundaries for the international students. Then we can just like mailing the confirm letters, like invitation letters for the students to apply for the visa. If we do not have the policy, we cannot send you the approval letter. Just like we can have your like or enrollment, but have the online class first. And then when the policy is clear, we can send you the documents to, actually we call it like the form 202. And if you have the 202, you can apply for the visa. But until now, we do not have the policy to say yes to the international students to come to China.
But we're doing great online classes too.
okay, so is online classes, as far as now the time concerned, September, China is doing online classes, right?
Yes.
Is that if there's any change, you will know.
Yeah,
by
if
then.
there's any changes, we will just like announce to the students at once, because we know that it's tough for like art students, especially for us, the music students.
Okay, next question. For the transcript, if someone's applying to bachelor, does it have to be translated from Indonesian to English or to Chinese? Do you
English
need
will be
translation?
fine.
English is
will be
fine.
fine. Yes.
So if it's in other language other than English, it needs to be translated, right?
It should be like have the original languages and also the English language. Actually, if they can translate themselves, but they need to have the like the approval signature or have the stamps from the school, so that approve that it's translate the same.
Okay. And another question about specific, is there any specific high school requirement? I think what you need is just a high school diploma, right?
High school diploma is okay.
Where they did graduated from, whether it's an art school or just normal school.
Yeah, there's no
so
specific
no requirement, just any high school, as long as you have a high school diploma, you can apply to a bachelor program.
Yes.
And another question, someone is asking about master program in cello, but he's doing a bachelor in piano, but he wants to apply to master program in cello. Maybe you can describe on the requirements, and since here we also have a cello professor, maybe you can answer
we
that.
have the cello professor here. Actually, it's, as I said,
I'm here. Hello, Nancy.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Excuse me. Does everybody hear me?
So someone has a question.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Did you hear the question?
Yes, I've heard the question. I don't know the school's procedure about that. I mean, I don't know the rules. But if you personally ask my opinion, as long as the student meets our standards, we can accept the student.
Yes.
I mean, that person, she or he, is good enough to be able to accept it to at our school. I can accept him, but of course I'm not quite sure about the bureaucratical rules of our school. I'm not quite sure about that.
Yes.
Yes, in theory it's possible. Yes.
If he sends
But you need
the
to
material and he meets the standards, yes, he can translate to cello.
There's another question. I think this has been answered before. For master music program, there's no live audition right now. So all audition is through, you need to send a YouTube link perhaps, or a Google Drive. Maybe it's all explained in the link that Patrick was talking about, right?
Right. Right.
Okay, do we have any more question? Any question? That's the last question I have. Maybe Wilson, is there anything you want to add or anything? You may ask any questions. Now we have all the professors here. They can answer your questions. Wilson, is there
Sure,
anything
I'm
you want
here.
to add?
I'm ready to answer all kinds of questions.
Well, so far we haven't had any questions. So is there anything that you would like to add to this, the whole audition process? Anything? Maybe Wilson, if you want to add anything that was missed.
Well, I think that's everything. For me, maybe from the participants, it's better to ask something for us.
I think so far that's all the question I have. I think it's all quite clear in the presentation. So all you have to do is just give it a try. And remember the deadline is June 1st, yeah?
Maybe
And
maybe us. Sorry, the get accepted link can be shared to us. Maybe Patrick.
yes, that's what I'm asking. Yeah. Can you post the
Yes,
link?
I will do this. And also, if there are more questions, of course, you can just contact us through diverse ways. Yeah.
I also wanted to add that regarding textbooks in English, we are trying to provide everything we can in digital form ourselves, like in form of worksheets or PDF files, videos, listenings. We are trying our best to avoid the purchase of expensive materials and provide them to you. So that's another thing that I wanted to add.
Great. So is there a library system in China where you can see certain PDF that can only be accessed if you're a student or faculty?
Well, we are actually waiting for an access to an international library where our student can find materials. So I'm actually waiting for that. In the meantime, we have provided the materials for the courses without asking our students to buy outside the university context books or other stuff. So, but of course, if we have a library, a digital library in English, we can access being enrolled in the university as students or faculty. That would be great.
Okay, one last question here. The scholarship that's provided only lasts until that program ended. So let's say this student wants to continue the master program. She has to re-audition for the scholarship. Can you please clarify the process?
It's like if for example, I give an example, like if she or he do the bachelor students, and after that he or she want to continue the master, he can just like I think that time he will in China, he or she will in China, and he can just apply again, just like, or maybe if his or her professor says he is good or she is good to continue, and we can do the process in China very shortly and easily. And just want to tell about the scholarship. It's for it's only have one rule that you can only apply for one major like within 3 years. So after 3 years, because for our bachelor's degree, it's 4 years. So after 3 years, and you can continue the same scholarship with master, of course. But if you just like finish for example, if you finish the master in piano, and that's only 2 years, and you have to stop 1 year to apply again for another major. For example, you cannot continue to master piano. You can like wait for 1 year and apply for master in cello, maybe violin, maybe vocal. If you are meet the requirements, you can continue again for the master. Just like within 3 years, you can only apply for once, but after for 3 years, you can continue. And also, I want to add a little bit. When you are studying here, you required that if you are pass for all the class, it's okay. But if you failed 1/3 of the whole subjects in one semester or maybe in one academic year, you will be like stop the scholarship until you just like catch up everything. But if like less than 1/3, it will be fine. And also, if you do not behavior like good, or maybe you break some rules, maybe there's some like stop your 1 month scholarship or something like as the fine. Just like behavior good and study well, there will be no trouble about scholarship.
Right. So there will be orientation. So student needs to know certain behavioral codes that's accepted or not accepted.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
don't worry.
like it's like the normal rules. Just like for example, like fighting or everything is not a good behavior. Those things. So there will be no strange rules.
Okay. So maybe is there any other questions about studying in China in general? Maybe if they want to ask question about, do I still have access to Google if I want to search for things, because students here are very used to
The
Google.
thing is, like, it's a little bit tough, but you know, all the international students or teachers, even our professors here, they have our VPN. So
don't say that. VPN, we don't.
No, you have it. For us, we have the VPN.
VPN, yeah.
If you have the VPN, there's no limits for reach the Google. But if you do not have the VPN, it's a little bit trouble.
Yes. So you need to have a VPN, and VPN you need to pay on your own. I don't think the school supports it. So
no.
Yeah, that's pay.
All right. Do we have any more questions? If not, then maybe we can end soon. Or is there anything that you want to talk about? Maybe one last statement from Nancy or Wilson, Patrick, any of you, Alessandra, anything, any tips that you would want to give to the students as they're considering to audition during this pandemic?
Well, we are waiting for you guys. And if you have any questions, we are here to help. So just anytime, just get back, and we are here to help.
I'm not quite sure if you guys have our personal contact information in our website. Do you have our contact information in our website? Nancy, I'm asking to you.
Maybe we have to set those accounts for the university, yeah.
Yes, that would be a great help if you put our contact information, personal contact information in our website. That would be a lot easier for students to contact with us, with all teachers. Hello?
Yes, okay. I think Patrick
okay.
open our website. Here we have the like introduction for our introduction for our professors, but I don't think we'll have the like detailed contact.
If you can see this, contact.
Yeah, this is like you guys, if you have any questions, you can contact us by our emails or something, and we will just like email you back.
Or you can Google professors.
Yeah, you can Google us. I'm sure you can find many things about us. And just one more thing, the life standard of our students, international students, are pretty high, actually. You'd be surprised to see all dormitories. It's actually forbidden for us to go enter in students' dormitories. But as far as I know from my students, The standards are pretty high, and they're pretty comfortable in their dormitories, and they have a access to cook in their kitchen. It's a big international kitchen, actually, our dormitory, and also they are able to practice until late at night, actually, in their dormitories. And yeah, we're waiting for our students. I mean, come on. It's a wonderful country, wonderful city. Chengdu is a beautiful city, and they have everything. Yeah, of course, yeah. They even have Starbucks, and you want American coffee or European coffee. But of course, my dear friend Alessandra is making me an incredible Italian coffee. But you can find
spaghetti.
all kinds of and spaghetti, of course. Yeah, of course. It's a wonderful city, good teachers, very friendly people. We open our arms and waiting for you guys in Chengdu. Unfortunately, we are not in Chengdu at this moment, but hopefully pretty soon this horrible pandemic is, after this horrible pandemic is ended throughout the world, and our school will be open. Hopefully, I don't know when, but yeah, we are going to wait the great news from Chinese government.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Umit and Alessandra, for clarifying it. So any
Thank you,
more
everybody.
final statement, maybe from Patrick?
And wish you all good luck with your application. Prepare well your videos. You can take a little bit time because there is time until June 1st. So make sure your videos are in a high standard.
Okay, I think that's all about it. I think that's all you need to know about the audition process. If you have any question, of course, you can go to the website, and we have already provided you a link. Maybe you can chat in the link on how to apply that get accepted link. And also the Chengdu's University website. So much for being here with us, Nancy, Umit, Wilson, Patrick, Alessandra. Am I missing? I think we also have one of your alumni students, is Joshua, is here. Thank you so much for making time, and wish you all the best, and have a safe and healthy days, and I'll be open soon.
All
All right.
right.
All right.
All right.
Goodbye to
Thank you
Indonesia.
all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for
guys.
coming
Goodbye
tonight.
to Italy.
So happy
Goodbye
to
to
be
Turkey.
here.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye now.
Goodbye, everyone.
Good
Bye.
evening.
Bye-bye.